Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. So, although I said last time that we were going to go and start the Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts quest, we do still have to do the Way of the Champion quest, which I feel we should probably do before that. In fact, we probably should have done it already. I did look up where to find all the champions, so yeah, where they were pretty much tells me we should have done it already, like maybe 30 videos ago or something like that. Anyway, we got to go and hand the Memoirs of the Greyback to Blackwall, and we've got to do this at the operations table. But first, well, actually we'll do the Blackwalls first. We also got another judgment, which, if you remember, way back is how you unbug the Cerberus quest, apparently. So we will see if that works out.
I heard Corypheus has magic in New Realms.
Right, where is Black? There you go. Hello.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens.
Yeah.
Would have liked to have seen it.
Shame.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
He's still greatly approved, so that's good. I wonder if there's a way of seeing their approval rating. Would be quite nice. Haven't seen anything like that yet. I just have to assume it's just they approve, and if they don't approve at a certain point, they'll come and tell you they don't approve.
Inquisitor.
Can't imagine it's much more complex than that. Right, let's see if the Cerberus quest has unbugged or whether we're about to do judgment. Aha.
You sent for me, Inquisitor.
Knight Templar Delrin Barris, we've gathered to review your military service to the Inquisition. You showed exceptional valor defending the people of Valkaline from Venatori, and broke a siege of demons in Ansburg. You stood against an entire town that wanted to kill a mage for imagined demonic possession, without raising a sword.
In thanks for your service, and your help at Therenfall Redoubt, I endorse your promotion to Knight Commander of the Templar Order.
Your worship, I am not worthy.
Well, looks like you're worthy.
You've shown loyalty, determination, courage, as all Templars should.
I will honor your faith in me.
Templars, will you take Sir Barris as your Knight Commander?
Ah, we promoted him. Fantastic. Now we can sit in judgment.
Mistress Pulin of Sarnia is accused of aiding and abetting the Red Templars in the Dales. She sold a quarry to them for a handsome sum. They used the quarry to grow red lyrium by enslaving townspeople. The only extenuating circumstance, Mistress Pulin was procuring supplies to keep the remaining townspeople fed.
Well, I'll listen to her.
If you'd like to explain your intentions, speak.
My crime was misjudgment. The land sale was meant to bring prosperity in hard times.
Yet you kept taking coin from the Red Templars, even after you realized what they'd done to the people.
Why not? It bought food for the ones remaining. Isn't that enough? You question whether greed or necessity led me. Tell me which you weigh me for.
Well, let's I don't know. I think we read something that she did actually sell them to the Red Templars. I don't know if I read that right. So, but we're not going to be we're not going to be the executioner. Could take all the money, but that's a little doesn't seem quite right. I will make her work and do something.
I can't let you go free, but I can give you an honest living.
Mistress Poulin, I sentence you to work as a scribe of the Inquisition. Half your wages will go to the town of Sarnia.
A drudge on this cold rock? As you command.
Don't sound so ungrateful. We can still go back and kill you. Right. No more judgment? Nope. Well, next quest is the Way of the Champion, and then we will go and do Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. Wait, Hinterlands? I thought I finished all the quests in. Oh, is it Requisitions? Okay. So we've got quite a few operations that should be available at the war table, and some that we just finished. So we'll see what these are all about. Aha! Secrets should give us Deft Hands Fine Tools. At last we can unlock all these locks that have been closed off from us. It's fantastic.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
The name of our enemy. The copy of the Liberium tome that Dorian sought arrived at Skyhold, along with a number of items ranging from rare manuscripts to grimoires from magisters long dead. They came with a letter from the Grand Archivist, apologising profusely and stating a hope that his gifts will be a benefit to the Inquisition. It may take some time for Dorian to go through the tome, but he seems optimistic that something will prove of use to us. Okay. Rescue the spy. Miller is free and a little worse for wear. Best of all, by escaping on her own, Miller preserved the secret of her connection to the Inquisition. Her adventure has given her quite the motivation to prove herself. If she learns from it, I feel her future work will be exceptional. Liliana. Okay.
Did you see the message I sent?
Red Jenny attends
Yes,
a party.
Thank you.
How do I best describe it? Our noble target was angered by the distraction of our soldiers and in an attempt to regain attention, accidentally stabbed a revered mother in the hat. Somehow Red Jenny is the assumed benefactor, but we have received several propositions from witnesses to the event. Okay, so what are we doing here? Restore Judicil's Crossing. We'll do that now again. Alright, we'll do that at the end, because that's going to get us to teleport there. Gather things, Deal with Lord Baelis Marin. Dearest Josephine, do you recall the last letter I sent about the new volunteers who have reported to Suladan Keep to help with our efforts? Lady Ducat, daughter of Lord Baelis Marin, was one of them. We were unaware of her real identity because she came to us disguised as a villager. Unfortunately, Lord Baelis has now discovered the whereabouts of his missing daughter and has accused the Inquisition of kidnapping her. Lord Baelis' colourful slander of the Inquisition has cast a shadow on our relations with wealthy southern Orlesian society. Complicating matters, Lady Ducat refuses to return to her father and the gilded cage of a gentlewoman. I can't very well tie her up and deliver her to the Lord in a barrel, can I? Sincerely, Edward. I'm not going to do this just yet because I think I would like to send Josephine to do that, and I just remembered we have one specifically for Josephine somewhere. We have one, like, we have a, can I open journal here? Oh. We have one about bribing a judge for Josephine. Ah, there it is. Getting a judge's favour. Inquisitor, we must have an Orlesian judge sign papers formally requesting we elevate the Du Paraquets into nobility. I have approached Judge Old, who's requesting a party of Inquisition soldiers meet him in the Frostbacks for a hunting expedition. Some sort of rare spider, as big as a horse, the judge was telling me, lives inside a cave a few days west of Skyhold. He would like an honour guard who knows the mountains to show him the way. Send some scouts and officers to accompany him, and the Judge Old will happily sign the paperwork we require. Okay.
At your service.
Just wanted to make sure that we didn't cancel another mission because of that. So what happens if we send Cullen? No, that doesn't sound right. Putting her literally in a barrel. Let's assign Michelle de Chevan. Michel de Chavannes, Celine's disgraced champion, has joined the Inquisition. He is an honourable man, but a casualty of Orlay's brutal politics and prejudices. Find him a place in the organisation where he won't feel at home. Well, we'll make him an officer. Seems about right. And one more. Dwarven slaves and veterinary hands. A report from one of Cullen's forward scouts. Sighting is in the north of Red Templars with armour and weapons adorned with dwarven runes. There are no known entrances to the deep roads in that area, and no missives from Orzammar about missing traders, but they do keep next to non-existent records of surface dwarves. The veterinary may be making use of the dwarven slaves, possibly from Devinter. Not the usual preference, but not the first unusual thing they have done. Recommended further investigation in force. We'll send
Inquisitor
Liliana to have a look at that. Right, so we're going to go and finish the Way of the Champion quest first, which means that we have to go to the Exalted Plains. We'll bring the usual group, well, the group we're pretty much going to take from now on. Cassandra, Varric, and Solus. And we'll see what we can find out here. Okay, so... oh, lots of landmarks I haven't got here. All sorts of things that we haven't done here. This is going to be one major side quest video when I do that. Anyway. So... one less veterinary. That would be for Dorian. We want... there's somebody up in this corner. Don't know if it's going to pop up. No. So it's either it's there. We have somebody over here. And somebody down south here. Which would be here-ish, I think. Okay. We're going to go and look for the one down south. Should be in this little open plain here, I think. I mean, we have found one, so... one of these we've already found. Don't know which one. I think it was the one in the top left. So, cave there. It should be right down here. Somewhere. Hello? Looking for champions? Ah, are you a champion? Yup, appears to be. Knock him over. Keep hitting. Taunt them into us. He's knocked over. Ah, okay, we don't kill him. Oh, we got his heraldic symbol. That's fine. We will just leave. Where's disengage? There it is. Right, we're done. I'm not fighting him anymore. That's that one. And the next one should be, I suspect, up here. Now, the only problem with this one is that where he is, I think there's a dragon. That could be a little bit of an issue, if that turns out to be true. Maybe he's before the dragon. So he would be here-ish, I think. Well, let's have a look through. Dead hand. Ah yeah, the dead hand's that cave we were at. Is that something? No. A little bit more to the east.
It's quiet here. I like it.
Aha! It's not going to be quite as quiet now. We found the last person we need to find, I think. Well, Fear of Hound. It's not very good duel, but we're going to kill him. It's not good dueling practice to do this, I don't think. Let's loot him. Heraldic symbol. And we're now done with Wave of the Champion. Gonna leave here. World map. Back to Skyhold. Now, what we have to do next is we have to construct the standard, which needs 3 heraldic symbols, if I understand this right. So we can go to the crafting table. It's a crafting table or a requisition? I think it's the requisitions table. Where is the requisitions table here? Maybe there's one in the Undercroft? Not 100% sure. Potions. Tint armor. Craft armor, weapons. No requisitions tables. Well, what we could do is instead of spending half an hour looking for one where we don't know where it is, we'll just go to, like, because all the requisition tables are the same. Let's go to where we know there is one, and then we'll use that. Don't care who's coming with us, because we're just travelling directly back to Skyhold right afterwards. Okay, here we are. Inspect requisitions. Champion Standard. Craft item. Champion Standard. The standard is more than just a personal emblem. It represents everything about a person, and its creation must be approached with dedication and care. Those who look upon it must be either inspired by its beauty or terrified by its strength. To display anything less is unworthy of a true warrior. Okay. Now we're going to travel back to Skyhold, and we are going to go and speak to our trainer. And I suspect this is going to open a skill tree for us, if I understand this correctly. Trainer's over in that corner, quickest way. It's probably through here, around there. So, in past Solus, then we go right. Yeah, this is probably the quickest way out here. Through Cullen's chamber. It is Cullen, right? Wait, who are you?
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
Oh. Well, we'll go and talk to them. Hello, Lord Chancellor de Leon.
Inquisitor, you've a glow about you. Your standard?
Complete, of course.
Then the rest is roles and formation.
Yes, let's make me a champion.
I'm with you, Lord Chancellor. Show me.
Then let's get to the physicalities. Once you raise your standard, the people will know. Here is their champion.
Okay. So we can't be a Okay, inspire operation available. Do that. we can. Let's go and see why Cullen and Seeker Pentagast are meeting. So Cullen and Cassandra. Have we read this letter on his desk? Dear Mia, I'm still alive, your loving brother, Cullen. Honestly, is it so difficult? We thought you were dead, again. If the Inquisition was not on everyone's lips, we would never have heard that their fine commander survived Haven. We've been hearing strange things about Templars lately. I'm not sorry you left them. I thought your resignation was implied when you joined the Inquisition, but you meant something more, didn't you? It's a fool's errand asking you to stay safe, but please try. Your loving sister. See how easy this is? Maya. Okay. So it could be about that. I don't think it is though. So wait, where are they meeting? Let's open the journal and set that as a quest. Chapter map. Middle. That's where it says it is this? Oh, right. Cassandra's where she should be. Okay.
Blood has soaked this place. The ground is hard.
Hello?
I've seen.
I was hoping we could speak privately.
Are we not?
Right. Of course we are. The flirting. With me. I've noticed it. Unless it is my imagination, which is entirely possible.
It's not your imagination.
No, it's not your imagination.
You cannot court me if that's your intention. It's impossible.
Is it?
Why is it impossible exactly?
That should be obvious.
Well, it isn't obvious to me.
You intend to properly court me? You of all people.
Is that what you want?
No. I take it back. That is what I want. I want a man who sweeps me off my feet, who gives me flowers and reads me poetry by candlelight. I want the ideal. You are the Inquisitor and the Herald of Andraste. You cannot be that man.
Sure it can.
I can be that man, Cassandra.
The world hinges on our actions. We face death at every turn, Inquisitor.
That doesn't change how I feel.
It changes everything.
Okay. Well, we have the option to get some supplies to romance Cassandra. Sounds a bit odd. Right, that wasn't quite what we were doing though. Let's just take a little shortcut over here. Right. Ah, okay, now she's in the right spot. Although she's also over there.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you said that you were going to watch him.
Yes. He trusted your judgment on the matter.
He was not interested in my judgment today. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
And why didn't he come to me about this?
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a Seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
And can I change his mind?
Is there anything we can do to change his mind?
If anyone could, it's you. Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
Okay, so now we've got to go and speak to Cullen. Just gonna take a quick look. I forgot to check whether we, yeah, we got a new tree. We got a champion tree, so we've got all sorts of cool abilities in this tree. Cool. Just wanted to have a quick look at that before we move on. Now we've got to speak with Cullen. I think we're not going to get to do Wicked Hearts this, like start that quest this week. We'll probably start that next week. But I think we need to talk with everybody because it looks like they all have new things to say. Let's talk to Varric. I can come back later.
Is this a bad time? I can come back.
No, it's all right. Bills are really not that engrossing. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
Yeah, I've never been the chosen one before.
I'm a person like any other. You don't have to treat me differently.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm overthinking things. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
And what am I to you?
What am I to you then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Yeah, I don't want to hear you sing.
Please tell me you aren't going to burst into song now.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Okay. Double check he doesn't have anything else. Oh, no, more.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
Start what?
What exactly were you starting without me now?
Look who showed up, everybody. Deal him in, would you, Ruffles?
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do.
Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home?
Sounds good. I'm in.
Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
Of course.
Of course. Deal me in, Josephine.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you're joining us.
Ante up, Inquisitor.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man. You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
More drinks.
I think we need another round of drinks.
I'll get them. Don't start without me.
And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
Well, let's see.
I'm not losing any more coins to Josephine, but I have got to see this.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do. It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
I'm glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
This was fun.
I enjoyed this.
See? That's what I mean. It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Who's that? Did I win?
That was nice. Let's go and speak to Cullen and see what's going on with him.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
Cullen, if you need to talk,
You don't have to. I never meant for this to interfere.
Yeah.
I believe you.
But whatever good it does, promises me nothing if I cannot keep it. Did you know Ferelden's circle was taken over by abominations? I was there. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? Her fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall's circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
Understand.
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
You don't need to take lyrium. In fact, we'll make that in order.
So that's it? Things get difficult and you back down?
That's not...
You've built an army. Are you capable of leading it?
Yes, Inquisitor.
Then carry on as you were. Without lyrium. Do you need that in writing?
That won't be necessary.
Okay, hopefully he'll be okay. Be alright. We'll see if we can talk to him again.
I need a moment. Could we speak another time?
Okay. Fine. So I think I'm going to make this a longer episode and we're going to talk to everybody who we can. So I'm going to go back to Varric and see if he has something else to talk about.
If you've got questions, I'm your dwarf.
Nope. That's fine. Solus?
Inquisitor?
Okay. Nope, not going to say either of those.
Of course.
Dorian's going to have something to say, probably. Let's hand in the things that we need to hand in. So is it you?
We're supposed to have 52 copies of Hard in Hightown, and we're missing all but 4.
Find 40... No. Right, let's turn into research. Not doing that. So that should be all the research. Was that all handed in? We can check our inventory to find out. It'll be in valuables. Yeah, all the research. There it is, all gone. Do you have anything to say to us?
has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Okay. Let's talk to Dorian.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix. He spilled wine on you in Redcliffe, remember? I was trying to discover what became of him. Where he ended up.
And?
Nothing. Redcliffe is abandoned, and there's no trace of him. It's as if he never existed. I think the Venatori found out he was helping me. I think they killed him.
Sorry for your loss.
Are you alright?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
And what about yourself?
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Wonder if he wants to talk some more.
I could watch you roam Skyhold all day. Here and there you run, checking in on your followers. Why don't they come to you, feed you grapes, rub your shoulders? I suppose it's more fun this way. For me, I mean. You're rather strapping.
Thank you.
Thank you, I suppose.
Thanking someone for a deserved compliment is always the correct choice. At any rate, you didn't pass by to hear me fawn. Something on your mind?
Not really. Was just seeing if you had another conversation. Right. Who's got that quest? We'll find that quest in a minute. Where's Liliana? Sitting over here. Okay. Hello.
So Varric knew where the champion was all along. That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate.
Okay. We have another quest.
Later,
I think
then.
it must be downstairs. Oh, a book. Oh. Those are all the books we need to find everywhere. Yeah, that seems like that will be barrels of fun to do that. Quest down here. Ah, Mother Giselle.
Inquisitor? My Lord
Hello?
Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
And what has he done?
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
Not at all.
I've never spoken to Dorian about his past.
The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Okay, what kind of meeting?
Just what kind of meeting do you have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
And what if he doesn't agree?
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Okay, and why would they contact you?
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
And why don't they want to tell him?
They don't want Dorian to know. That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
And how do you know that they're legitimate? How do you know it's actually them?
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case, but if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
Okay, I'll think about it.
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for. Is it not?
Official looking letter, Your Reverence. I understand that you feel quite inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to the secret meeting. Even in the ask, I find it difficult to believe myself, considering my son has rebuffed all contact. This is the only way. I know him. He'd be too proud to come if he knew. Even just talk. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south placing himself in the path of such danger alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Varan Hills waiting for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with them, it ends there. There's nothing we can do. We're at our wits' end. Graciously yours, Magister Hallward of House Pavas. I wonder if I can just go and talk to Dorian about this. Straight up talk to him, or whether I need to take him to Red Cliff Tavern. I suppose I'll pick up the book while we're here. Right. Hello?
Something you need?
I've got this letter for you.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father? I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter.
I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical.
I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
And why would he do that?
You think your father would actually do that?
No, although I wouldn't put it past him. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
And what happened between you two?
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. We've never talked about my family before.
Bad blood.
They're not
Could be
happy with my
blood
choices,
magic.
you see. Nor I theirs.
What choices? Leaving Tevinter?
That too.
Let's go.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Right, well, we can do that, and now he actually knows there's no secrets. It's good. I'm getting the feeling there's going to be another of these episodes of talking to everyone. There is an awful lot of them. I forgot we have to talk to Vivienne. She's around up on the balcony. Yes, I probably will go and look for all the books at some point. I'm just not going to do it now. I don't suppose you have a book, Vivi. How many have we got here? Like 3? What could you possibly need 3 copies for?
Yes?
Okay. Nothing more to talk about. I mean, if they're all as quick as Vivienne, this might be done very quickly. I'm actually just noticing there isn't fall damage in Skyhold. I don't know why I'm worrying about all this. Right, where's Iron Bull? Hello.
You wanted to see me?
Bull!
Okay.
I got it!
Iposte sala talvashoth.
Yeah, my soul's dust. Yours is scattered all over the ground, though, so... Sorry, boss. I thought I might need backup. Guess I'm not even worth sending professionals for.
And you were expecting them?
You knew the assassins were coming.
Little change in the guard rotation tipped me off.
Could have told me about this.
Why didn't you tell me ahead of time?
You go through years of Ben Hasrith training to hide facial expressions when I wasn't looking. See? Like that. If I'd warned you were the guards, the assassins would have been tipped off.
And is the wound deadly? Fatal?
Are you alright?
Nothing?
Fine. Hurt myself worse than this fooling around in bed.
Knife, was it poisoned?
What if they used poison?
Oh, they definitely used poison. Sarcomec, liquid form. If I hadn't been dosing myself with the antidote, I'd be going crazy and puking my guts up right now. As it is, it stings like shit, but that's about it.
Do we need to retaliate?
Are you interested in getting some payback?
Against who? The entire Ben Hasrith? Besides, this wasn't serious. Sending 2 guys with blades against me? That's not a hit. That's a formality. Just making it clear that I'm Talvashoth. Talva fucking Shoth.
You acted like a Talvashoth for years. That didn't change you. Neither does this.
That was just a role. This is my life, as one of those. I've killed hundreds of Talvashoth in Saharan. Bandits, murderers, bastards who turned their back on the Qun. And now I'm one of them.
No, you're still Iron Bull.
You're not a Talvashoth. That's a Kunari word, and you don't follow the Qun any longer. You're Iron Bull, mercenary captain for the Inquisition.
I can live with that. Anyway, I'll get this cleaned up and let Red know what happened. Boss, whatever I miss, whatever I regret, this is where I want to be. Whenever you need an ass kicked, the Iron Bull is with you.
Okay, seems to be getting over some of his guilt. Where? Alright, I know where we are. Let's go and see if he has anything else to say. Right. I don't suspect he has anything else to say. I think Cole and Sarah are likely to have things to say. Are you new?
To watch, respect, and fear. Inquisitor.
No.
From
Here we go.
far come we the
Hello.
able true to Sky.
Again. Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
What exactly are we doing?
Exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
And what exactly is it?
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit you with this stick?
Probably, if I try. It'd involve a lot of Kunari words, though. Just hit me with the stick, alright? I need to get over this demon crap.
Alright.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
Yeah.
You fought in that siege. Every demon at Adamant wanted to tear you in half.
I bet, you demon assholes! And who killed you? That's right, Iron fucking Bull! I needed that. Thanks, boss.
Not a problem.
Anytime.
Okay, let's go and see if he needs us to hit him again.
Ah, you've been training. You're really making the most out of that armor. I focus more on offense myself. Only so much defense I can do, right? I'm quite big. It's not like they're gonna miss me. What about you? What made you decide to turtle up?
I don't want to die.
I want to take the hardest blow an enemy can land, look him in the eye, and laugh.
Ha! Nice. And while you do that, I can move in on the flank and hamstring him. Killing an enemy is good, but embarrassing him first is even better. Anyway, did you need anything, or just come by to talk shop?
No. Don't need anything.
Well,
Let's go see what Sarah has to say. Is she in here? Hello? 3 copies again?
You're a champion now or something. Great. Special. Don't be a shit about it. I'm watching you.
Okay. I thought we could go out there and there'd be more books. It's fine. Let's go and talk to Cole. See what he has to say. I think we're going to finish every conversation this episode. It's going to be really long, but
Shite, he's
it's worth
wrong.
it.
Dead-eyed crazy shite. I called him a him. Is he alive? Is everything alive? Shite, I hate raisins.
Okay. Goodbye.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Right. Let's go and see what Cassandra has to say.
Training
Who are
here
you?
will save them out there, if they're smart. Inquisitor?
Okay, no one in particular.
Planning troop movements now?
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
Make things better.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
Those sound like good goals.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
Yeah, just do whatever feels right.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
When we first met, if someone told me I would be pleased to have you lead me, I would have throttled them. But I am. The Maker chose well.
Thanks.
I appreciate that.
We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I am glad you're here.
Oh, I was worried it wasn't going to let us see there. Sarah, Armpool, Cassandra, Cole. Who are we missing? Josephine we haven't talked to, but we got to do her thing. Cole, Vivienne, Varric, Solus, Dorian, Liliana, Josephine, but we'll talk to her after we get our operation thing done. Right, I think that might be it. Well, it goes back to the war table, we'll sort that out, then we'll go and talk to Josephine. Yes, that'll be it, probably. Oh, one person we forgot. Blackwall. I knew there was somebody we hadn't talked to. It's probably not going to have much to say, because we did already talk to him all the way at the start, but maybe. Hello?
Inquisitor.
No, you're not important. Okay. Don't suppose you have any copies of Harden Hightown here? No?
At your service.
Okay.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
I thought I saw a copy of a book there. I didn't. Okay, so we'll go to the war table, we'll get in all the operations, we'll send him out new ones, talk to Josephine, and then we'll end the episode.
Your worship.
Oh, and we didn't go to the other place in Empress de Leon. Still got to do that. But we won't do that in this episode. Might just leave that for a side quest video. The places don't tend to be that exciting. Assigning Michel de Chevan. Very good, I'll speak to Michel immediately. From what I hear, he's already struck up a friendship with some of our young soldiers after one night in a tavern. I can see him moving into a mentoring position. Dwarven slaves in Venatori hands. A report has arrived from site of suspected Venatori enclave. It is nonsensical, given accepted historical record. Located Venatori enclave. Fires on approach. Assumed they torched the camp while retreating. Not the case. Camp already destroyed. Venatori dead. Dwarven tools found, but no dwarves alive or dead. One deep stalker corpse was found. Signs of blight corruption, best guess. Venatori surprised by forces emerging from the camp well. Assume they left the same way. While collapsed, no passage possible. Enclaves scoured for resources to return to Skyhold. On return to Inquisition camp, message found next to newly opened sinkhole. We always come for our own. What about you, Inquisition? Ben Warham Cal Sharok. Okay. And do we have one for Eldon we needed to look at? Getting a judge's favour. Inquisitor Judge Old has signed the papers we need to present to the Duparquets as nobility again. There is now only one step left. A royal minister must ratify them. Please come see me when you have a chance. The judge passed his compliments, by the way. Apparently the hunt was a marvellous bit of sport. Our soldiers acquitted themselves bravely against something called a screaming man-eater. The infirmary reassures me the injured will make a full recovery. Okay, let's go speak to Josephine. Then we'll head back to the war table. Probably. Definitely. Maybe.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's our next move?
What's the next favor we need to get these Duparquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Okay, now we've got to go and speak to the minister. That'll be Orlais, probably. Speak with Minister Belize at party. Ambassador Montayet, forgive the late reply, wonderful as it is to hear from you. I have just ridden from trouble in the Dales. The Civil War has made managing my holdings even more difficult. It'd be much easier if I had the ear of the Council of Heralds, but alas, fortune has left me poor in that regard. The Inquisitor is always welcome at one of my Hanville fetes. I only regret that it may not be as grand as I would like. Please, dear lady, promise me you will warn his worship that my preoccupation will preclude a richer evening with my guests. With deep regret, Marquess Wiscott.
At your service.
Okay. Send her off. An offer of help on their terms. A letter on dark vellum with obviously dwarven markings. Alone the surfacer's precious sky not our concern. But the thing that did that, if this magister shit really brought the blight and the darkspawn, we're no friend of that. Follow these instructions and you'll catch your enemy sleeping. Tell your soldiers not to leave the main tunnel. That's your only warning. We'll send Liliana to do that.
We can send in smaller groups to offer relief.
I agree. Are you well?
A headache, nothing more.
Right, head over here. Should be something we can send Colin to do. Measure Veil Strength. Inquisitor, you've activated a number of the elven artifacts used to detect magical energies of the Veil. Individually, such readings have been helpful. If we can coordinate measurements of all the artifacts simultaneously, however, I believe we may be able to uncover rifts that may not have opened yet. I have drafted a proposal for how we might use Inquisition mages across Orlais and Ferelden to activate these artifacts in a coordinated fashion. If you think it might be useful, Solus. We'll send Cullen to do that. Was that 14 hours or 14 days? 14 hours. Oh. So it was 14 days, then I need to come back much later. Right. So we have done all of those. Next time we will do all of the war table stuff that we've got left there. We'll probably have to do Josephine's thing. Probably have to talk to Solus, I'd imagine, because we're doing one of his things. Then we will go and do Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. Probably. I might make it 3 main quest videos next week, and we'll have one where we just go and do all of the companion quest and things. But we will see. Thank you for watching. See you next time.